so bored.
Tired of doing nothing?
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Well, we've got the drug for you.
They have a pill for that?
Patrona Experience Jelly.
With a single application directly to the forehead, you'll be whisked away to the pre-programmed destination of your choice for the memory of a lifetime.
Oh my god, now I'm swimming in the oceans of Europa!
Patrona Experience Jelly.
Side effects may include drowsiness, excessive sweatiness, overeating, lethargy, increased sex drive, leg stiffness, plummeting testosterone levels, skin failure, man periods, untimely finger detachment syndrome, defensive vomiting, pregnancy in men, timely finger detachment syndrome, minor heart explosions, growth of additional arms.
Welcome back, Commander. You currently have no missions.
Extraneous limbs, inexplicable disease syndrome, retina detachment, speaking in tongues, severe aging, late onset albinoism, sudden loss of bone tissue, sudden loss of heartbeat, sudden loss of faith, spontaneous human combustion, loss of external sex organs, and cranial arthritis. Do not operate a spacecraft while under the influence of
Patrona Experience Jelly.
Be aware of an increase in the average number of hallucinations with the use of
Patrona Experience Jelly. Patrona Experience.
You are near OACOX CJ-UB50-1B1 in the OACOX CJ-UB50-1 system. You are pledged to Aisling Duval. You have served for over 65.5 weeks and are at rank 1 with no accumulated merits. Touchdown on OACOX CJ-UB50-1B1A. Coordinates are minus 3.89 degrees latitude, minus 29.67 degrees longitude. 29 geological surface signals detected.
You don't have to. The autocook is compatible with every model.
Alright, now that we got that out of the way.
In the galaxy and has a memory full of more than 500 recipes that will please children and adults alike. At home, make delicious meals like
Off we go.
and hamburgers, cake, and
Lift off.
Never ever be stranded in space without a snack. Now, cooking is as easy as pressing a button. The AutoCook MasterChef 2000 is a product from Track and Wicker Industries.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Jump to Super Cruise.
Twisting off into the sun. It's okay to be lonely.
Frameshift drive charging.
All my missions float away. I never train too hard.
Destination confirmed. Stellai Serpents is heading to the OACOX FY-FE12-30 system. This is your first visit to the system.
So caught up in a tree of stars.
Fuel reserves now at 85% capacity.
Fuel sleeping.
5 bodies remain to be scanned here. Maximum fuel.
Complete.
I've got no Houston to wind down to.
scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Stellae Serpents is in transit to the Orcox BS-HG11-13 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now nearly 2,500 light years from Tago. 20 jumps remaining.
Fuel scooping.
5 out of 6 bodies have been scanned. Maximum fuel.
Complete.
Planet AB1 is a notable high metal content world with an incredibly elongated and extremely inclined orbit.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Stellae Serpents is heading to the Orcox TP-JA91-2 system. Information: arrival star is not scoopable. This is your first visit to the system. Fuel tanks now at 83%. This brown dwarf is uncommon and notable, relative to similar Class Y brown dwarfs, with an unusually old age of over 12 billion years. 1 out of 10 bodies have been scanned in the system.
We must have crossed over into a new region, guys, because we just, we're starting to get stuff added to the codex. Oh, no, we're still in this region. Interesting.
This body contains very high levels of selenium at 4.4% and large deposits of sulfur, carbon, and phosphorus. Body 5 has large deposits of sulfur, carbon, and phosphorus. Planet 6 is a notable icy body with an extremely oblong orbit. Planet 7 is a notable icy body with an extremely elliptical orbit.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Stellae Serpents is in transit to the Outgoach IN-LC21-3 system. This is your first visit to the system. You have 18 jumps until arrival. Fuel levels are at 69% capacity, Commander. Star A is notable, with higher than average density. As you can see, it emits a yellow-orange light. Refuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Stellae Serpents is traveling to the Outgoach DL-NC20-3 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are around 2,500 light years from Tago.
Fuel scooping.
8 bodies remain to be scanned. Fuel at maximum.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm out exploring, buddy.
Telemetry obtained. Stellae Serpents is en route to the Outgoach GB-BB41-0 system.
We're heading
This is your
towards
first
the
visit to the
Seagull
system.
Nebula right now. We're gonna stop at what is it called? Thor's helmet first, though.
Jumps until arrival.
Fuel scooping.
1 out of 9 bodies have been scanned here. Stellae Serpents is now fully refueled.
Bro, find the game and definitely enjoy it. This it's definitely not for anybody, everybody, but if you enjoy it, please stick with it. It gets grindy, but if you like anything with flight sims, space sims, oof. I think I'm just crossing 2,500 hours in the game, which sounds like a lot, but I've been playing since beta, so it's actually not too much. I usually set it down for a few months, bring it back up. It's real good. All right, let's look and see what we've got. Sorry, the lady was was texting me, so I had to make sure it was all good. What do you do after you've got everything? Well, the universe is your sandbox, so you can kind of do whatever you like. I absolutely love going exploring. One of my favorite things to do is mining. Mining is a lot of fun. I've always been like a space trucker. Combat's alright, but it gets kind of after a while, unless you have a wing of people. I don't have a fleet carrier. I'll probably go ahead and get one eventually. I could have grinded out the money like everybody's doing, but I don't know. It didn't feel right increasing my money up like crazy. So I kind of just been doing my thing. I don't mind monotonously like just grinding out money, but I'd rather do it through missions and whatnot. Plus, I'm planning on after
high levels of carbon and selenium.
Okay, not anything important. I'm planning after this exploration go out, I'll get plenty of money to hopefully purchase one up. That is the hope, anyways. We'll see. I like mining. Mining's actually one of my favorite things to do, but I don't like to sit there for 8 hours and do it over and over again. When I played Eve. Mining is like the only thing the only thing I do in Eve. But in this, I like going out and finding new things people haven't found. But mining is fun, especially deep space mining.
Moon 6 is notable, with an incredibly inclined orbit. Body 6 contains high levels of sulfur and carbon.
Alright. We're gonna head on to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've done a little bit of everything. The one thing I haven't done too much for is power play. I did enough just to get like the prismatics and the pack count, stuff like that. Other than that, I don't touch it too much.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is in
There you go.
transit to the Auto Jet
Yeah,
Set
Elite's
Dash
good.
Dash.
Eve is a completely
This is your
different
first
game.
visit to the system. You are over
If you like
2,500 light
Elite,
years from Tago.
they're different games, to be honest. It's just set. It's basically just an MMO set in space. But yeah, no. Hey, play on that PS4.
Fuel levels are now at 85% capacity.
It's kind of sad that they never added. I know they were eventually planning to
Main
do it.
sequence star B is one of a kind, relative to similar class M stars, with an unusually high solar mass of 0.54 times sols, an unusually high solar radius at 0.73 times sols, higher than average surface temperature, lower than average density, and high luminosity. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. Star C is notable, with an unusually high solar radius at 0.66 times sols.
I don't want to talk over the
As you
ship.
can see, it emits an orange-red light.
Okay.
Maximum fuel.
Okay. Are we done? I think we're done. I know they were eventually going to implement like the PSVR to work with Elite, but I don't know if that's on the table anymore. But to be honest, I have a oh god, I used to have an Oculus. Now I have, what is the new one called? The Index. VR is the way to play this game, if you can stand that sort of thing. 10 out of 10. Would fly in space again. So that ship computer is a third-party program. I'm running a lot of third-party programs. So let me scan this up. We'll talk about them here in a second. I actually have a few of them disabled, but it's going to be a PC thing. I believe it's only PC. Where is this one? There you are.
System scan complete.
All right. So the overlay that's talking, that is, hey, yeah, lucky PC guys. The overlay for talking is called EDDI. You can look it up online. Again, only PC, but it basically does a whole bunch of monitoring and stuff in the background. Your other thing that's going to go on, you can see in the top left-hand of my screen. I don't know if I can get it highlighted for you or not, but that's Elite Dangerous Market Connector. So it connects all your in-game stuff to Inara, which is a website that tracks a bunch of Elite Dangerous stuff, as well as EDSM, which tracks a bunch of stuff as well. Here's what EDSM is. We've got EDSM up here where it's mapped to the entire galaxy, where we are currently, and where we're heading to, which is about roughly this area. And then we've got in the very top right, we've got G19's, what is this called? G19's companion app. It's meant for the Logitech G19 keyboard, and that has like an LCD display, but I just put it up on my 4th monitor, so that way we can see everything. So, yeah, whenever I play this, I have like all my monitors filled up with everything being monitored, but it's that's one of the things I love about this game is it's pretty much background stuff is open source, so people can go through and edit, not really change stuff in the game, but just pull the information out and make apps that parse the information separately onto other monitors.
LI Servants is traveling to the Outdoor GT-RC18-2 system. This is your first visit to the system.
Absolutely love things like that. Much immersion.
Star A is notable, with an unusually high solar radius at 0.66 times sols. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. LI Servants is now fully refueled.
Yeah, we're in a new sector, I believe. Let's go over here. Where are we at? Yeah, so this is why we're getting a bunch of updates to our guidebook or whatever it is, because we crossed over from the main. What is this section called? Why are they not labeled? Aren't these usually labeled? Hold on. We'll show the navigation markers. I don't like the grid. Okay, it says it's showing galactic sector names, but I don't see it. I guess maybe we have to mouse over it. But you can see we crossed over. So that's why we got that going on here. We're gonna hit this, slow down. We're gonna grab out our FFS. Oh, there isn't anything here. All right, we're gonna head on.
Frameshift drive charging.
What parts are you trying to engineer up, buddy? Your FSD should go to
Destination confirmed.
what's her face
LI
first.
Servants is in transit to the Outdoor
God, it's been forever since I've engineered
system.
anything.
This is your first visit to the system. Current location.
Felicity,
is
yep, Farseer,
2,500
that's
light
it.
years from home.
Farseer. I was thinking of the last name and I was like, Skywalker? No, wrong game. Farseer.
You have 13 jumps until arrival. Fuel levels are at 85%, Commander.
Fuel sweeping.
Refuel.
Sweeping complete.
Once you get the aspects, things open up a lot. Aspects, I think, was the first big ship I got. I mean, medium size, but the first ship I got that I felt like, hey, I can do a lot of stuff. But it was also the plateau where I kind of getting to the next ship was a very big jump. So going through my first few ships, it probably only took me maybe 6 to 8 hours a piece. But once I got the aspects, I think I was in that for a good 40 hours till I went up to, I think I went to a Vulture, up from there. Now, granted, this was a while ago, so there's a lot of nice in-betweens now. But that aspects is going to hold you for quite a while. I absolutely love mine. I actually still have my original back from when I first got it. I made sure to keep it because I used to do Robigo smuggling and that back when it was worth a lot. God, that was 3304 or even late 3303.
Moon 7 is a notable icy body with an extremely inclined orbit. Body 7 contains high levels of carbon.
HMC. Nothing nice about that one. I was hoping it was a terraformable, but we got some far out. An icy. This music is pretty chill, but also pretty somber. What do we got going on today, RSC?
Planet 9 is a notable icy body with an extremely elliptical orbit. Planet 10 is a notable icy body with an extremely oblong orbit.
Alright, there we go. We're gonna chill right here. Give me 2-3 minutes. I've got to go run to the back of the ship and go check on something real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I had to go grab a refreshment, and I've got a ping here. My brother pinged me, which is interesting. I thought he would be in barracks, but I guess not. We'll keep this information panel up. There we go. Onward and forward, because there's no up in space, question mark? But then theoretically, is there a forward? Because it depends on point of origin.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is in transit to the Outouch VE-OP34-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. Current location is over 2,500 light years from Tago. Well, jumps until arrival. Fuel reserves are at 85% capacity. 2 out of 20 bodies have been scanned. Stellai Serpents is now fully refueled.
Was the last thing Commander Stu wanted to hear. His heart rate quickened and his breathing sped up in panic as he realized the direness of his situation. Once his ship systems began losing power, he knew it was only a matter of time. With the pressure and temperature in his cabin beginning to drop, a mist-like fog formed as the moisture in the air condensed. We call this the fog of death. And with each breath from this moment on, Stu began to consume what little remained of his precious oxygen supply. The rapid decompression kicked in fast, and his hands and feet began to tingle as the oxygen level in his blood fell dangerously low, followed by a rapid decline in his ability to perform even the simplest of tasks. Commander Stu was experiencing the effects of hypoxia. But at this point, it was too late, since the lack of oxygen to his brain had already created a feeling of euphoria, even though his body had begun to shut down. With his judgment and senses impaired, Commander Stu drifted off into unconsciousness and eventually death. Running out of fuel doesn't have to have a tragic end, but Stu made one critical mistake. He didn't call the fuel rats. So if you find yourself in this precarious predicament, just follow these simple steps. Step 1. Power down all systems except for your life support and power plant. Step 2. Call the fuel rats. Step 3. Live to fly another day. Don't end up like
Body
Commander
V8 contains high levels of carbon and selenium.
We have fuel. You don't. Any questions?
We've got a lot of orbiting pairs
Moon
here.
B7 is notable, with an unusually inclined orbit. Body B7 has large deposits of carbon.
System scan complete.
This star system contains every element available from surface prospecting. Exploration class, Gold.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is in transit to the Auto GR-RB33-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now well over 2,500 light years from.
Alright guys, I'm gonna see if we can, if I can ask him to join multi-crew. We may get my brother here and join us in the ship.
Until arrival. This star is notable, with higher than average surface temperature. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light.
So let's see here, if I do this. Oh, I have no friends online. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, hold on. Add, let's see here. Add me as friend. There we go.
Fuel sweeping.
Refueling.
Sweeping complete.
Let's do a honky boy.
Hey boop. 1 out of 19 bodies have been scanned.
We've got some high on the analysis here.
Planet 2 is notable, with pristine rocky and icy rings. This body has high levels of carbon and selenium.
Oh, we got more up over here.
Planet 1 is a notable Class 2 gas giant with pristine metal-rich and icy rings. This body has large deposits of carbon.
Ooh, water geysers. Water geysers.
Body 1 has high levels of carbon and selenium.
More water geysers.
Body 1D contains large deposits of carbon and selenium. This body contains large deposits of carbon. Planet 4 is notable, with pristine metal-rich and icy rings. This body contains large deposits of carbon and selenium. This body has large deposits of carbon and selenium. Planet 3 is notable, with a pristine icy ring. Body 3 has large deposits of carbon. Body 3b contains large deposits of carbon and selenium. This body has large deposits of carbon and selenium.
Alright. Well, it sounds like we got a
This body
request.
contains high levels of carbon and selenium.
Let's see here.
Body 3c has large deposits of sulfur, carbon, and phosphorus. Body 3d contains large deposits of carbon and selenium. This body has high levels of carbon. This system has every element that can be found from surface prospecting. Exploration class, gold.
Find crew, or exploration. Oh, hold on.
Incoming message.
We want to do this. Hold on. This is it. There we go. And then we can be like, invite to crew. Or exploration. Nothing else cool to check out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is heading to the Auto Chalpe-BB30-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now well over 2,500 light years from home. Honda Eater has joined your crew. Honda Eater is no longer manning a position.
Let's see if we can... Oh, it says my voice chat is on. Hello?
Fuel sleeping.
I don't know if it's actually on or not, though.
Maximum fuel.
Complete.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go.
Caller disconnected.
Fair. He canceled it. He can't talk. Oh, the game crashed. Alright, let's see what we got here.
This body contains high levels of carbon and selenium. Planet 4 is notable, with an unusually oblong orbit. Planet 3 is notable, with an unusually elongated orbit.
System scan complete.
Let's see if he's actually here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Stellai Serpents is en route to the Outdoor CD-CG28-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. Current location is well over 2,500 light years from home. Fuel levels at 85%.
Fuel stopping. Coolant disconnected.
Hello? Hello?
Maximum fuel.
Oh, I think he's here now. Let's see here.
Honda Heater is now manning the guns.
Hello? 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 I want to see if we do this.
Planet 1 is a notable Class 1 gas giant with an incredibly oblong and incredibly inclined orbit and an unusually low surface temperature of over 13.5 Kelvin.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me? Let's see here. Hello? Hello. Can you hear? Question mark?
Message sent.
Hello. I don't know about this one, fam. Well, let's see if there's an option for it real quick. Audio. I mean, that's just gonna be like audio we hear, yeah? Yeah, that's not like actual audio. Yeah, there's no like audio button. Interesting.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Stellai Serpents is heading to the Outdoor CN-AC-0 system. This is your first visit to the system.
And now it is time for Radio Sidewinder News.
This is a Radio Sidewinder News update for the 2nd of
Levels are at 81%
June, 3306. A group of independent commanders has publicly announced its intentions to assist the
1 out of 7
shadowy
bodies have been
organization, known only as the Dark Wheel, in expanding from its home
Fuel at
system of
maximum.
Shinrata Dizra. Little is known about the Dark Wheel, except for rumors that it is a group of the most elite pilots in the galaxy who are sworn to uphold humanity's deepest secrets. In fact, it is unclear whether the faction in the Shinrata Dezra system is the true Dark Wheel, or just a cover organization to help the real group stay concealed. The Dark Wheel is purportedly believed to know the location of Raxla, which is itself a confounding mix
Hello?
of mysteries,
Can you hear me?
myth, and legend. Some even say that Raxla contains a gateway to other galaxies. The pilots leading the
Hello?
effort believe the Dark Wheel
Hello?
to be champions of humanity, who have been contained and controlled by a sinister group of the galaxy's most powerful individuals known only as the Club. The Club has allegedly been behind some of the most notorious activities in recent history, though evidence proving their involvement is often dismissed as insubstantial. The
Hello?
operation
Hello?
is being called Turning the Wheel.
Hello?
Dozens of independent pilot communities have already expressed their support of the effort, and commanders of all affiliations have been invited to aid the faction by supporting their activities in Shirata Dizra. For those commanders who have not yet achieved an elite rank, they can join the efforts in the LFT-926 system. This has been Computer Pete reporting for Radio Sidewinder News. Be careful out there, commanders. I believe there is more going on here than meets the eye.
This hour of Radio Sidewinder is brought to you by the Collective Insurance Company. Remember, Commander, don't fly without a rebuy.
What else we got? We got spot 5. Icy body over there. Why isn't... I mean, I hear you. IDK.
Planet 1 is notable, with an unusually oblong orbit.
Alright, let's see here.
Planet 2 is a notable icy body with an extremely elongated orbit.
Do. Nope. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. What we're gonna do then is disable voice comms group. We're gonna try this one more time. Okay, maybe that worked. Nope. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay, let me pull this up, boys. Here, we got this, and then we go down to this. And this.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know why the ship's comms isn't working, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's because streaming and stuff at the same time.
Probably.
Let's see. I got
Game's
this.
probably putting your output somewhere else.
You know, it probably is, and I'm not sure where it would go, so oh well. I don't know what you can do when we're exploring, to be honest.
I can be a gunner.
But what are you going to do?
I don't know. Do you not have any hard points?
Well, I mean, there's no point when you're exploring. I do have hard points, but they're disabled to save fuel.
I see that. Are you just flying? You're not even
progress.
Can you turn your volume up? I have you maxed and I still can't really hear you.
This is your first visit to the system.
Yeah, I can try.
You are now nearly 3,000 light years from home.
I think I'm all the way up.
I think it's just your mic.
It probably is. It's just a headset.
That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty far away from everything. All we kind of do is I jump in and then I deploy FFS and scan everything and then go to the next place.
Okay.
I don't know if you can use FFS or not.
try.
I mean,
It has
here.
to be through your ship's menu because I'm using a controller.
Yeah, I mean, how do you normally deploy FFS?
I don't normally use FFS.
I mean, how do you scan things then?
I don't really scan stuff. I'm mainly a courier. That's like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, to find where you're locating to, a lot of times you need the FFS to scan your location.
I think it just, I have it where it automatically does it.
Do you know what FFS is?
No?
Okay. Do you have my stream up?
No.
Okay. Can you have the ability to or no?
I don't have my other monitor hooked up right now.
Oh,
so-
fair. Well, I was going to show you what FFS is, but I don't know how to explain it. But it's basically where you hit a button, and then you get like a weird circle, and you like zoom around and like have to tune with a tuner to find stuff.
Oh yeah, I've never used that before.
Okay, you definitely have to use it to do anything in the game. So probably should learn how to do that, because a lot of your courier missions, like the higher end ones, won't tell you where you're couriering to, and when you jump into the system, you have to find it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't done any of those yet. Like, I'm still like pretty new to the game, I guess.
That's fair. Ooh, this is a very small planet, so we're gonna go there and check that out. But the unfortunate thing is when we're in multi-crew, we can't like both go down in buggies or something.
Only one of us can?
No, nobody can.
Oh.
Because we can't go into a buggy, because if I'm not in the ship, then you can't be in the ship, just the way it's coded.
Well, what if we're both in the buggy?
Well, I mean, you would have to bring your own ship over here.
Oh, jeez.
And if you open Galaxy Map, I'm quite a far ways out.
Let's see where you are. Okay. I mean, you're not terribly far from where I'm at, right?
I mean,
Just,
I'm about 6 hours outside the bubble.
oh, let's see here. Oh, no, never mind. You're actually really far now that I look at it.
Oh, once you zoomed in.
Yeah.
We're heading to the, what is it called? Gosh, I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's called Thor's Helmet Nebula, and then from there we're gonna head to Seagull Nebula. Have you ever been to a nebula before?
No.
You've never been to the Pleiades?
No. I'm like.
Did you start the game over from when we played like 5 years ago or whatever?
Yeah, like once I got it on my computer, I restarted.
Oh, because you got a whole new Steam account.
Yeah.
So you rebought the game. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Let me just grab this random start here. It's pretty close to where I'm at. Yeah, I am about 3,000 light years away from where you're at.
That sounds about right, because I'm about 3,000 light years away from Togo, which is where I'm based out of.
Yeah, I was at Euro.
Europa?
Was that? Miro.
Euro.
Miro. M-I-R-O.
How far is that from Sol?
What's Sol?
Sol? You know what Sol is, where the Earth is located, and Mars? It's our system, Sol system.
How do I find that out?
You go into Galaxy Map and type in SOL and figure out how far it is from Euro.
I can search.
By the way, we're coming up on orbiting this tiny little moon.
I'm upset. I didn't even know there was.
So to get to Sol, you can't go there till you get a Federation Galaxy permit.
What's that Sol?
Just Earth and stuff. There's you got Saturn has some pretty good mining rings. You ever been on a planet before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where we're going.
I've delivered to a couple.
Have you ever got around in a buggy and drove around? That's really fun.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad I was able to do that.
Did you see they have announced the next expansion they're coming out with early next year?
No, I haven't.
Called, oh god, what is it called? I don't remember. But basically it's going to be where you have people now and you can walk around.
Whoa.
And it's going to have like FPS stuff. Kind of like Star
LS
Citizen.
services return to normal space in the vicinity of planet Autoj LB-OD6-D3.
I mean, they'll definitely get a lot of
Live
new
initiated.
players if that's what they're going
Autoj
for.
LB-OD6-D3.
Yeah, the only thing is they said it's not going to
world.
support VR
As
on
he said
launch,
most.
so a lot of the VR people are kind of sad. Can you put your extra pip in systems for me? Thank you.
Live completed.
I do have a pretty cool view in my gunner's view.
Oh yeah, you can sit on top.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay, there we go. I would like to know, how do you earn that currency that you have to like pretty much pay for?
Arcs.
Yeah.
Just doing random things.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Cause like I got some from I think discovering another planet
Mm-hmm.
or like a new system.
You get it from doing
And-
anything.
Okay. Cause I only have 13.
Fair. Yeah, literally just playing the game.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna see if I can't take a screenshot while we're down here. Just because I need a screenshot for the day.
Touchdown on Autoj LB-OD6-23. Coordinates are 10.25 degrees latitude, minus
If I
172.12
hit
degrees
deploy on the
longitude.
scare, what happens?
On the scare, give it a shot. I don't think it'll let you do it.
Nope, it won't.
Oh, there you are in there. You. Lifeless moon acquired. Alright, we're gonna take a nice little picture. There we go.
Can I do that?
Yeah, I don't think I can deploy either. Let's see here. Nope, cannot deploy. I can click on you though. Nice. Alright. How many jumps away are we? We are... Oh, we're only 7 jumps out. So that's
I'm
not...
messing with your controls.
Do what?
I was like changing the brightness of stuff, and I think that affects you too.
Oh no, you're good. It's only you.
Did that change?
No, you're not changing anything.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nice.
What do I have my brightness set to? I usually have mine like just off. No, I have mine set to medium.
What is night vision?
If you hit that, it's when you land on dark side of planets and you can't see anything.
Stellar services on
Yeah.
the Autoj
That's what's recorded.
SB-DC-1 system.
Oh, that's cool.
This is your first visit to the system. Current location is just over 3,000
Wait,
light
if you
years
go
from home.
to a like a space station,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't I get my ship transported out here?
Possibly. We'll be in a space station in 7 jumps, but if you
Like-
transfer it all the way out here, Matt, you're gonna be stuck here
Yeah.
pretty much.
I think I have another ship somewhere else though.
Yeah, but how are you gonna
Stellar
get to that other
services
ship?
now at 100% fuel capacity.
Oh, I don't know. Do you
You'd
not have
have-
another ship somewhere else?
Do what?
I mean, I can just stay out here. It doesn't bother me.
Well, you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like the space station we're going to is a deep space station. They don't have missions or anything.
Oh.
Like they're literally just, and this is like the last one till we're completely out of in nowhere.
Just like what happens when you're nowhere?
You have to. I mean, when you're nowhere, you have a fuel scoop and you can jump to different systems and explore like what I'm doing. But if you don't have that, you're stuck.
Say, that's like one of the first things that I bought.
A fuel scoop?
Yep.
Yeah, fuel scoops are important.
I love it.
Um,
I'm about to buy another ship actually. The I forget what it's called.
What ship do you have now?
I have the
Like
the second worst cargo ship.
It doesn't really help me. A hauler?
No.
Is it
Starts with an A.
Asp?
Nope.
No, not Asp. It's the other one. The one that kind of looks like a space shuttle?
Yep.
Yeah. The one that's kind of a scene, the Adder.
Yeah, the Adder.
Is that the only ship you have?
I want to say I still have the starting one too.
Okay. Base. Yeah. Save up for a Cobra MK3.
That's actually what I was about to buy.
Yeah.
Because I have enough. I was gonna trade in my adder and get the Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra is a good ship, and then you'll keep it, and then the next one you want to save up for is an Asp Explorer.
Okay. What's the ship that you have?
What's the ship that I have? I'm running the Crate Phantom.
Okay, I saw that. I was reading about it. This doesn't tell me the specs. Oh, medium-sized landing pads?
The one I'm in, yeah.
To most space
Body
stations.
B4 has large deposits.
All space stations have small and mediums, but not all of them have large.
Body B4 contains high levels of
Have you
carbon.
had a large ship yet?
Matt, I own every single ship in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, other than a fleet carrier.
Where are they at?
What do you mean?
Like, are all your ships just all around the place?
No, I have them all moved to a single space station, my home station.
Which one's that?
Togo. It's
Planet B2 is
I can send you. It's where Radio Sidewinder's based out of.
Planet B3 is notable.
That's what we're streaming on right now. Yeah, I mean it's on my Twitch page, but you can go to. You want me to send you some links? Sure. Okay. Here, I'll send you my Inara page, so you can have that. I'll send you. Send you this, and that way you can listen. We're listening to music on stream. We got that. There's a bunch of tools you can get. If you want me to send you links to some really cool tools that work really cool with stuff. Let's see here. Let me refresh this page. All right, we've got EDDI. Let me pull this up. You've got BDSM. I know I'm gonna overload you with a bunch of stuff, but this is everything that we're using on stream. Market connector. So this is a really good one to have. And then G19's companion app. There's that. Okay, I think that's the basics of everything I'm using without getting some of the more advanced stuff. Oh, I can't hear you at all, Matt. I can barely hear you. Oh, there you go, much better.
Okay. I was trying to get back into Elite Dangerous.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. I say if you really want to play it, I mean, you could use an Xbox controller. It's pretty good, but get a cheap pair of HOTAS, and it'll make it a lot better.
Yeah, I know.
Telemetry obtained. Stellai Serpents is heading to the Autoshell S-JB23-0 system.
If you want a decent one, and this is what I've used, and it's lasted me a few years, I have the Cytec X52 Pro.
I think I saw those last time you showed me them.
Yeah. They've lasted quite a while. I've only had to do one repair on it myself.
Jumps until arrival.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Fuel sleeping. System scan complete.
Oh, system scan's already complete for this one. But the big one, Matt, is going to be setting up your Inara page. Because
Inara?
Inara, the first link I sent you.
Yeah.
I would say if you click on the one I sent you, I think it goes to mine. But you can set up your own, and that's where everything's tracked through. And you can attach that to Steam, and then all the other apps run through that. So if you click on mine, it has a bunch of details about everything, updates exactly where I am. Think of it as like a log page where people can come look at you when they're not in the game.
First visit to the system. You are now just over 3,000 light years from TAS.
That's pretty cool.
It has like my money, and you can see money graphs over time and stuff like that.
That's a lot of money.
I think my assets are almost $6 billion, but my cash is only about 4.
Body 1 is a recommended mapping candidate.
Sign up.
Ooh, we're gonna be mapping in this system.
Huh?
We're gonna be doing some mapping in this system. Let me discover all these planets, and I may let you see if you can map it. You may be able to do that in the gunner roll.
Okay.
But I'll let you go ahead and sign up, and I'll let you know when we get to it.
Okay, just let me know. Log in on the stuff. So I use my Elite Dangerous stuff, right?
Yep. Oh, are you making an account?
Yeah.
When you...
Because I'm not a new commander, right? Because I already have the game.
Correct, but when you go to log in, if it says it's not valid and use the right stuff, you may have to make a new account. Because it will have a part where it'll link it together, because you'll need like a Frontier API key.
Okay.
Planet 5 is a notable rocky ice world with an extremely elongated orbit. Planet 4 is notable, with an extremely elongated orbit.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Planet 1 is notable.
Ooh, water world.
Liquid water at the surface.
Water?
We got a water world.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie, actually. But that's what we're going to be mapping.
Let's try this again.
Planet 6 is remarkable, with an incredibly large radius of around 13,500 kilometers and an incredibly high surface temperature of well over 451 Kelvin.
Okay.
System scan complete.
Body 1 is a good mapping candidate.
Body 1, good mapping candidate. Alright. Super Cruise Assist and Lock On. And we're going to come in for an orbit.
Oh, okay.
You figuring it out?
Yeah, I'm just making a new one. And I'll do the whatever number you said. Welcome aboard. Okay, I logged in.
Yeah?
I don't know what to do now.
I mean, I don't know what yours looks like.
How did you get commander?
Yeah, so if
It
you're
shows
on...
me as nothing. So do I have to? How do I link it?
So do you see in the top, kind of like middle, top right where it says import frontier data? Oh gosh. Do you see that?
Yes.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I clicked on it.
Okay. There should be an option to like, it should say something along the lines of like, link to, or something like that, and you can link it to your like Steam account.
Should I click on import frontier data again?
I mean, go ahead and hit that.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
see-
we go. Steam.
Yep.
Wait, what is my Steam account name?
Yeah, make sure you import the right one because you still have both accounts. You just got locked out of one.
That's not right. Maybe my password isn't right?
By the way, whenever you're done with that, we are orbiting the water world, and I'm gonna see if you can, scan.
Oh, I think that's right. Okay, this is gonna mess with me. What is my view my profile? How do I see my actual username? Because it's not what it shows. Oh, there it is.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah. I remember it was something weird. Okay. You're going to email me. Import frontier data.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Credit balance, overall assets.
And then send me a friend request as well. And if you don't get that, I can try to see if I can send you one.
How do I find you?
You type in the commander name. I can just type in yours. Yours is Honda Eater, right?
Yep.
Eater. Add as friend. Friend request sent. In the very top left, there's like a little person icon that says 0 next to it.
I got it. Cool.
Yep, now it says you're online. And now I can go to be like friends, in-game friends. Oh, that's all the actual friends I have in-game that are on this game. I actually don't see you in there. Oh, there you are. Unknown Inaric Commander. Oh, let's see your overview. One friends, in-game. There you are, verified. Click on you. Boom, now I can see your profile. You own Liberty and Big Hoss.
Yep.
Nice. Alright. We back in game?
Yes.
Alright. See if you can take the gunner role. And see if you have the ability to take control of the surface scanner.
Is that something that I can do in the side menu? Is it like in modules?
It would be in modules. It's probably part of fire groups.
Oh, fire groups?
Do you have the ability? Oh, let's see here. It looks like all you can do is heatsink launchers and research limpet controllers. So maybe you can't.
Detailed surface scanner?
Yep, that's what you want. There you go. So take a shot with that, no pun intended. And when you're in that mode, I can't see what you're looking at, but when you're in that mode, basically what's gonna happen is you'll get like a layout, like a HUD, and you're gonna look at the planet that we're hovering around. It'll say like target, like how many number out of something, like in the top right, it'll probably say like 7. I don't know how to explain it. What do you see?
I don't know how to activate it.
Oh. You have to
I
find
have
it.
I have it set up as my fire group 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I should just be able to deploy hard points.
It is not, I mean, it's not really a hard point. You have to make sure you're in analysis mode and not combat mode.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, are you seeing it now?
Yep.
Okay, so when you look at the when you look at it, does it say like how many out of something that you can scan it with?
I see a percentage in the bottom left.
No, it's gonna be towards
probes.
top right. Yeah. So you should have 3 probes. Does it say like target, like 7 probes?
7 probes.
No, 7 is what you need to scan it in. If you get it in more than 7, we won't get the bonus modifier. So it's like playing golf. So shoot 1 at it so you have an idea of how it works. And when it hits, it's basically going to make an outline. See that?
Oh,
so you need to shoot all the probes so they don't overlap each other. And you have to factor in gravity. And you want to hit it in 7 probes or less by getting to 90%. Once you hit 90%, the last 10% will finish.
Oh, I see. I'm at 27%.
Yeah. So theoretically, you'd only need like 4 or 5 probes if you don't overlap. But
Oh, that's going to overlap.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do, is not overlap. And I can't see what percentage or anything it's at, so...
I'm at 45. We'll wait until I just see it all dark.
Well, no, remember, you can... Uh-oh. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Did you get it, Matt?
I need you to change the axis that we're rotating on.
Hold on, Matt. I'll take a look in a second.
Surface map is finished. Efficiency bonus awarded. Planet 1 is a medium gravity water world. Sensors detect low numbers of active silicate vapor geysers. Most prevalent in the very thick atmosphere is ammonia with an average surface temperature of 413 Kelvin. You have mapped all worthwhile bodies.
Sorry about that, Matt.
I got it.
I heard. So you know you don't have to shoot straight on. You can curve it around, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I just didn't want to, like, risk it.
Oh, where you, like, only had one left?
Oh, no. I mean, I got it in 5 probes.
Oh, then we got it.
But it was just, like, I just went for it. And I got it, so.
Fair.
We're good. Yeah, I just, like, was like, alright, I'm gonna, like, aim all the way to the side and, like, up. And it went right where I wanted it to, so.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, so they have a thing in this game where you can go play golf, basically, where you find a system, and basically you have, like, 5 planets you have to scan, and you see if you can get, like, par by getting them all in a certain amount of numbers or stuff like that.
Okay.
This is your first
now, is that, like,
visit to the
based
system.
on, like,
Current location is over 3,000
It's
planets.
based on mass.
everyone? No, I mean, like, the whole planet discovery system? Is
So-
that based on, like, a personal
No,
person,
it's
or is that, like,
yes and no. So, like,
Fuel tanks are down at 85%.
I'm gonna scan some of these planets here.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into not the galaxy map, but we'll go into the local map, and I'll show you.
The system map?
Yeah, because if you hover over something that you've discovered, it will say if it was discovered by somebody else first.
Seagull Serpents is now fully refueled.
So this is first discovered by L4CKO. So this is already discovered.
But there's 2 different sets of discoveries now as well. Now that you can scan stuff. So like this first, the first little planet, you can see it was first discovered by Laco Bublik, but it doesn't say first mapped by. So the difference between discovering and mapping is, discovering is when you first come in and you do the honk. That's how you discover. Mapping is what we just did, where you orbit it and probe it. So hypothetically, we could go map one of these, and then we'd have to fly to a space station and turn it in, and then you would get your name on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how that system works.
Oh, and that's what the whole cartography thing is at the space station, right?
You can turn that in, correct.
Do you get paid for that?
Yes, lots of money. Especially if you're a first one to discover something. Which is why I'm out here making millions of credits. I think the last time I went out, I was out for like a month or something. It probably equated to maybe 20 or 30 gameplay hours.
Yeah.
But when I got back, I had, just for my discovering, I think I got 200 million credits. Which would be enough to buy like an Anaconda.
Yeah.
So you can get some pretty good money.
And I'm making like 100,000 off of like giving people data.
Yeah. But then again, data is much more reliable and it's much more bite-sized, whereas like the mission before that I went out for 4 weeks, and then I got into a pulsar, like a pulsar star, and it pulled me in and it blew me up and I lost everything. So I would get 0 credits out of that, and I wasted 4 months of work. Because if you die, you don't keep anything.
That's rough.
Yeah, so it's gain versus, like, risk versus reward, basically. So
Yeah.
like I could fly around the entire universe, right? And I could probably scan everything and make probably a few billion credits.
Telemetry obtained.
But if I come into land and somebody kills me as I'm landing, I don't get anything.
System. This is your first visit to the system. You are now over 3,000 light years from Tago.
So it's like better to do it in like short trips.
Well, yes, but all the short trip ones, like if you're trying to get your name on something, it's probably been done. Because you have to remember this game's been out for years now.
System scan complete.
Maximum fuel.
But then again, you can sort like in the galaxy map. When you go to like find star systems, there's an option to sort by if you've if somebody's discovered it or not.
Frameshift drive charging.
So it is definitely a risk versus reward sort of thing.
Jump in progress. Stellae Serpents
So
is
where are we
traveling
headed to?
NGC 2438
We're headed right now to a planetary nebulae.
This is your first visit to the system. Current location is over 3,000 light years from Tago.
Basically, it's a nebula, but it's only incorporating a single system, and it's usually by.
One jump until arrival.
And we're almost there.
Fuel reserves now at
It's
85%.
usually by either a star implosion, like a it goes
Star C is
supercritical,
notable, with an unusually high solar radius at
or
0.65
like a
light
high-end,
sols.
like
As you can see,
mass
it emits an
distortion.
orange-red light.
Oh.
Fuel
So we're about to
capacity.
jump into it now. I don't know if you can see frontwards, but see, it's really bright blue.
Yeah.
And basically what this is it's a special type of star that's really rare called a Wyatt star. Wolf Rayet. And basically what it is it's something that went supernova, but instead of condensing down into a brown dwarf, it condensed into like a supercritical white ball of mass that will eventually become a black hole.
Jump in progress.
Oh, that's
Stellae Serpents is heading to the BD-14 to 129 system. Arrival star is not.
sort of like, do all
This
those
is your
events
first visit to the
take
system.
place in game?
You are now
Like,
over 3,000 light years from home.
do they have those things happen?
What do you mean?
Like a star will go like supernova or whatever in game. So like just
Your
you're at the
levels are
wrong
now
place at the wrong
93%
time.
capacity.
No,
Command.
I mean they happen over. Look at that star, by the way.
System scan complete.
Whoa.
No, I was gonna say they don't happen because they take billions of years to happen. So it's not something that you can watch happen. But there's
So it's not like something that they'll put in and be like community event like supernova.
no,
here.
there are community events where like space stations will get attacked and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
not going to be like supernovas or anything like that. So
Okay.
if you look towards the galaxy, you can see it's all funny colored.
Yep.
That's because if you actually open the galaxy map, and I'll open this real quick, and you zoom way in, if you look at it, there's like a small nebula surrounding this place. And what that's is it's the shock wave of the explosion of a star pushing its way outwards. So basically imagine that on a scale times a billion, and that's how the galaxy was formed. If you scroll way out of the galaxy, it looks roughly the same. So that's the beginning,
Yeah.
that's how a galaxy is formed.
Can you go to Sagittarius A?
Yeah, you can go to the supermassive black hole in the middle of the galaxy.
Oh.
Alright, so this was our first stop, so now we're going to head towards Thor's helmet.
All over the galaxy, come to Blueford Orbital to fit their micro loaders. Our station stocks all the parts required
I'm
to build a
plotting a route.
the Blueford Eagle. It makes Blueford Orbital
How many
the
jumps is
one-stop
this?
shop for light and fast
We'll find out in a second.
boasting a 350
Yeah, there's not much going on here, though. 14 jumps.
launch to load in under 1 minute.
Frameshift drive charging.
What we'll do, just to save us time so we don't stop, is we'll just honk and go. So we'll do these 14 jumps real quick so we can get to a place to park and see if we can turn in this money and see if you get any extras. Because in multiplayer, you don't get, like, if we quit now after doing all this work, you won't get anything since we didn't turn anything in.
This is your first visit to the
Oh,
system.
I mean, I've been getting
Current
like
location is over 3,000 light
notifications
years
saying
from
like
Tago.
discovered places.
Yeah, so this still counts as you discovering them, but it doesn't count as, like, actual money that you can turn in later since it's not on your ship.
Fuel levels are
Yeah,
now
I
at
figured as
79%
much, but I mean,
capacity.
won't it put up my whatever the other credits are?
Yeah, it still will do that. But all those are good for is, like, buying paint jobs and stuff.
That's all I wanted to do was paint my ship.
That's fair. Have you looked on the outside of my ship and seen what it looked like?
Capacity.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, we'll jump through these real quick. We've got a few jumps to jump through. And we'll.
Frameshift drive charging.
The only time I'll stop is if I have a nice little. You can't see it because you're not watching the stream, but I have a nice little overlay at the top left, which tells me basically if on EDSM, which is another thing you need to make a account with. It tells me if the system's been discovered and logged, because if it's not been logged, that means nobody's ever been there, and it's probably a good way to get money.
Current location is well over 3,000 light years from home.
EDSM.
Yep, it's in the list of things I sent you in Discord.
Okay.
12 jumps to go.
Get into that too. I'm gonna pull up your stream on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of things going on the stream. So I've got G19 at the top right as an overlay. I've got Elite Dangerous Market Connector at the top left as well.
What is that? Is that like stock market?
Kind of. That what it does is it'll upload your data every time you land to Inara or EDSM, but it also has like additional things you can lock on. So it'll tell you what station it is, what type of alliance it is, and it tells me if the system's been discovered or not by linking to EDSM.
This is your first visit to the system. You are well over 3,000 light years from Tago. You have 11 jumps remaining.
11 jumps remaining.
Latitude is exceptional, with an unusually high mass at 5.6 times Earth's, an unusually high radius of well over 9,500 kilometers, and an extremely high surface temperature of around 4,500 Kelvin. Round warp 4 is uncommon and notable, with a rocky ring. Refuel.
Yeah, you follow me, Matt.
Yeah, it just wasn't showing it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress.
Wait, are those like a link to that I need to make an account for?
Do what?
This is your first visit to the system.
Is there anything else I need to
You are
make
now
an
well
account
over
on?
3,000
What
light
about the
years from home.
EDDI?
So EDDI is a program you can download to your computer to have it like a. If you listen to my stream, it has like an over-talking voice that tells me everything in the system.
Yep.
When you download EDDI, you can log into EDSM and Inara in EDDI to link them, so that way it can send information over. But it also reads that information over, so you don't have to be looking at it as you fly.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's the thing, like if you're listening or if you watch it back, it's like, hey, this is your first time coming to the system. You have blah, blah, blah in your fuel tank. Hey, there's a terraformable planet in spot 2. There's a... That's what's going on there.
Can I... So it's authentication method. Should I go through Frontier Authoritative Service?
You should, yeah.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is in transit to the GR-WP1-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now well over 3,000 light years from home.
Register.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel at maximum.
Sign. Approve. Cool. Oh wow, that's so cool. It knows where I'm at right now.
Yep. And it'll update as you jump around.
That's wild.
Jump in progress.
That's what I'm telling you, it's less like a game and more like an actual simulator, because all the stuff will track you.
Current location is nearly 3,500 light years from Tago.
Oh, so it doesn't show anything in my account because I haven't done anything while I've been registered.
Correct.
Until arrival.
What's really cool is if you're in EDSM, you can go to your commander information, and there's like badges, almost like achievements you can get for doing stuff around the galaxy.
Refuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Like how I am like nothing at all. That's not true. I have a higher than that than rank and trader.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is traveling to the pre-light KC-VC2-0 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now nearly 3,500 light years from Tago.
Oh, tell me my cargo?
Yep.
7 jumps left. Fuel reserves at 87%.
Fuel sleeping.
Refuel.
Sleeping complete.
I'll tell you your cargo, your data that you're holding, stuff like that, your crafting materials.
That's interesting.
Am I using HOTAS? Absolutely. I'm using the X52 Pro. Good to see you, Sun Tzu Baines.
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is in transit to the pre-light MX-DB3-0 system. This is your first visit to the system.
HOTAS makes the game so much better.
3,500 light years from Tago.
Yeah, it's real nice. I've had them actually probably for 3 years now. The only thing I've had to do, and it's very common, and they'll show you how to do it online if it ever happens, but there's like a switch inside the actual throttle stick. Eventually it will kind of like pop out. You'll just have to remove it manually. But that's the only thing I've had to do to it, other than oiling it every once in a while. And I mean, I probably have 2,000 flight hours on it, so it's well worth it.
Destination confirmed. Stellai Serpents is en route to the pre-light DQ-YC1 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now around 3,500 light years from home.
Weird.
Using
showing.
What is it, Matt?
I'm still getting a 5-second countdown for your jump.
Fuel levels now at 84% capacity.
Or what? Oh, did you get kicked out?
Oh yeah, I think I was kicked.
You may want to like log out and then relog back in. I can wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maximum fuel.
Yeah, using a HOTAS is Oh, you know what's gonna suck, Matt?
What?
You're not gonna get any money now.
Oh.
That's fine. If I sell stuff, you should get like a partial credit. HOTAS is hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's 100% worth it. I started mouse and keyboard. I did that for like a week, and then I swapped to an Xbox controller, and I did my first 500 hours on Xbox controllers until I swapped to HOTAS. Are you back in, Matt, or are you on the main menu, or what's going on?
I had to relaunch the whole game because it was just frozen. Because it wouldn't even let me pull up the menu. So.
Okay, well, I'm gonna disband multi-crew then.
Tom Peter has left your crew.
Disconnected. Incoming message.
I will view the report. We traveled almost 1,000 light years together.
Wow.
Whenever you breathe out of your vape, try not to get it in the mic, please.
I think that was just me breathing.
Oh, it's really loud.
Okay.
GG. Tell me when you're back in game and I'll... grab ya. It looks like Icarus is online too.
Okay, so I have to like join my game. And then I can go to yours, right? I can't do it from the main menu, can I?
No. Well, yeah, I think I can grab you. No, so what you have to do is jump into open play.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hey, thanks Sun Tzu Beans for the follow. I do appreciate it. We're nearing 600.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
Hostess ended the Moonside Crew. Oh, that's so cool. Accept rewards, 0 credits. I will accept those.
Accept those 0 credits.
Yes. Distance traveled 907
All
light years.
Your mic is very breathy now.
Oh, okay. Is this better?
Yeah, it is better.
Okay. I had it like in my mustache. That's probably why.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'm telling you, you just need to invest in like a really small little freestanding mic.
I know. I just want to get like a nice one because I played with my buddies over in Japan now.
Yeah.
Like a lot, and just
Get
that
a
way it's, like nicer.
something
I
nice
just don't
and
want,
cheap,
like-
Matt, is a Blue Yeti. Just get a Blue Yeti.
I just don't want it where it's like captures the whole room. You know what
I mean, any mic's gonna do that. You just have to tune it with a sound dampener. Like you can just go in and add filters.
Okay, so I'm back in game.
Okay. Oh gosh, it says you're 3.5. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how far away we are.
Oh my god.
And you're like, oh, you're not that far out.
Right.
All right, it's open for you.
Oh, there we go.
I'm waiting for you to get in.
Honda Eater has joined your crew. Honda Eater is no longer manning a position.
Oh, it's great. It calls out your name and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, hold on. I gotta mute you again.
Honda Eater is now manning the guns.
Mute. There you go. All right, here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Frameshift drive charging. Also, if you can put your pit back in systems.
Yes.
We don't need any engines out here or weapons out here.
Wait, so
Telemetry obtained.
if you had another
Stellar
member,
Servants is
would that
heading
give you
to
another
Nebula
pip?
Yep.
SN-58-0 system. This
That's
is your
pretty
first
cool.
visit to the system.
I think I can
Current
only
location
have
is around 3,500
on this
light years
ship. I
from
think I
home.
can only have one extra member though. But on my crate MK2, I can have 2.
You have 4 jumps until
You
arrival.
have members in your You have an Anaconda, right?
Yep.
How many members can
1
you
out
have
of
in that?
23 bodies
The
have
biggest
been
you can do up is 2 other people.
Stellar Servants is now
Because
attached.
one will
But
be
can't you-
gunner and one will be like a flight, like a hangar.
What are the ones you can like put ships in?
I mean, if you can do that, you got the Anaconda. You've got the crate MK2. It's like a vehicle, like a fighter hangar. But you can still only have 2 crew members. So both of you could be in fighters. Actually, no, I think only one of them could be in fighters.
Is it like fighters are to the ship, or is it like I would have my own fighter and I can put it in your ship?
No, it's I own the fighter. You telepresence or like teleport your like mental to the ship to fly it around while you're inside my ship.
Oh, so it's like a drone.
Basically.
That's cool.
Yeah, they call it telepresence because that way if you blow up the fighter, you're not like dead. You teleport your presence back to the ship, and then you wait for the new fighter to be made.
Jump in progress. Stellar Servants is in transit to the Polio-JO-CP13-2 system. This is your first visit to the system. Current location is over 3,500 light years from home.
Oh, hold on, the news is on. Let me turn this up.
3306. Has completed its simulation of the Drake
Fuel
Plus
levels are now
capital
at
ship.
88% capacity.
The simulation was conducted with the participation of numerous independent commanders as an effort to refine the
Body
massive
C4,
vessel's
C5,
last-minute
C6,
design
C7, and
decisions.
C7 are recommended
Harnessing
candidates
the
for mapping.
commander's technical knowledge in
Stellar
this manner
Servants is now at
yielded
100%
design
fuel
improvements to
capacity.
fuel efficiency, on-board storage arrangements, and even a modular component adaptation that will allow a universal cartographics software suite to transmit directly to the galactic database of stellar
Jeez,
exploration.
The system has a lot of planets.
These large vessels represent a new era for the communities
Yeah,
of
we're gonna
independent
be here for a
commanders.
bit.
Pilots from across the galaxy have posited various ways they
It's got
plan
a-
to use
was
the
it an
immense
asteroid
size
belt
and
too,
range of the
around the
ships
sun?
to further their goals in trade, exploration, and even privatized warfare. The Brewer Corporation has indicated that the design of the carriers will shortly be ready for consumer release, and has indicated they will continue to monitor and consider further upgrades as new technologies become available. Betsy Glenfiddich, a senior marketing administrator for...
Yeah, so when I jumped in, it immediately said C4, C5, C6, C7, and C7A are all terraformable. So we've got a lot of good stuff here, but if it's... So, do you know how labeling planetary bodies works?
No.
Okay, so basically it alternates letters and numbers. So your first one is going to be your star. So if it starts with a number, there's only one star in the system. If it starts with a letter, that means there's multiple stars in the system. So the fact that it starts with the letter C means it's at least a trinary system, and it has 3 stars in it. But it also means it's going to be far away. So, have I gotten my carrier yet? No, I have not gotten my carrier. I don't care too much for carriers since I'm doing a lot of exploring, so it's not going to be a big deal to me. But I know people are putting carriers way out there, and we're probably going to visit a few when we eventually get around to Beagle Point. But anyways, Matt, C4, C5, 6, C6, C7 are going to be orbiting, like, star C, basically. But they're probably going to be far ways out, so we may have to do a bit of, like, space travel to get there.
Planet C10 is remarkable, with an incredibly large radius of well over 13,000
There's 26.
an extremely high surface temperature of over 596 Kelvin, and pristine rocky and icy rings.
Are you able to, like, scan and see?
I'm just looking at the system map.
Oh, well, system map won't find until I start scanning them. Now, do you see stuff randomly appearing as we're going through?
Hold on. Like in the cockpit?
No, like in the system map. The system map won't show you everything.
I mean, the system map shows me.
Body C9 has high levels of carbon.
Do you see, like, 26 star, like, things?
Yeah. If I go to the
map,
it shows me,
you do.
They've all been discovered by someone.
Ah. Oh, so you hover over it and it just says unexplored.
It just says unexplored, but it'll tell me, like...
So if you hover over, if you go and look on the C row, and you go to the very last one, does it say unexplored or does it have a name?
It just says icy body first discovered by Doc Rowley.
Well, up at the top, does it say unexplored above arrival?
No, it's called Ploea Theia.
Yeah, so the reason you can see it, so here's a good example. See that big one right before it?
Yeah.
And then see the one before that, it says unexplored?
Yes.
Okay, keep hovering over that because I'm about to explore it. So you should see names popping in as I get them here in a second. So I'm going to tag these in a second. I'm tagging all the C ones now.
Planet C6 is notable, with terraformable conditions and abundant liquid water.
So I just got C6.
That's cool. It's like
I'm getting C6A. This is the FSS if you're looking on the stream.
Yeah.
Moon C7 is interesting, with an incredibly...
the arrows are when you're close to something and you can scan it.
Conditions. Planet C7 is a notable high metal content world with terraformable conditions. Planet C5 is a notable high metal content world with potential for terraforming.
You're gonna have a lot of scanning to do here.
Were the probes?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Planet C4 is a notable high metal content world with potential for terraforming.
Yeah, there's all of these are potential for terraforming, and these are going to get us a lot of money when we turn them in, because terraformable worlds give us a lot of money. Now, if you go to the map again, Matt.
I'm still at it.
Okay, our C4, C5, C6, and C7. Hold on. Yeah, C4, C5, C6, and C7. Does it say discovered by somebody?
C4 has been discovered by Doc Rowley.
Okay, do they say mapped by anybody?
No.
Okay, so that's good. So we're going to be first mapped on these as well, which means we're...
I can't choose a planetary map.
Correct. Is that the thing? Only thing terraformable worlds before? So terraformable worlds, unfortunately, you can't actually I'm gonna live there. But they're really good for money for turning them in, and it's the potential for terraforming. So in case in the future we ever wanted to expand a system out here, we could get it terraformed, kind of like Mars, and add a space system. Also,
C5 looks pretty sweet.
C4, C5, and all the other ones are gonna be terraformable. So we're gonna go and scan all of those. And like I said, it's been discovered by somebody before, But if it's never been mapped, because probably people haven't come back out here since it's been re-released to the system, we're going to get first mapped by, so we're going to get our names on all these. Because we're about to go turn these into a space station as well after this.
This system holds every element available on planetary
It just shows
surfaces.
up if you go to like
Exploration class, gold,
orbital map.
body C4,
It just
C5,
shows it as,
C6,
like, the,
C7, and C7 are good mapping candidates.
Yeah, alright. Problem is, it's a hot minute out. I think it's like 66,000 light seconds. So it may take a few minutes.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
But once we get out of this star's gravity well, we'll pick up some speed. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... We got 5 things to map. So that'll be fun for you. And then, let me see... We're only 3 jumps out of the space station as well. So once we get this sorted, we can get all these mapped, head to the space station, turn them in, and you should get a cut of the profits. But now we're just gonna kind of coast in direction.
I'm glad it does not show me how long it's gonna take.
I mean, the time doesn't
that
ever...
always bothers me.
Do what?
So that always bothers me.
The time?
But like, yeah, if I'm in like a really big system, and it's like, it'll take you like this long to get there, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, you know the time isn't linear, right? Because
Yeah, I know.
technically time isn't linear since you're traveling at the speed of light. You have to take like an educated guess. This will probably take us 5 minutes.
So how do I get that Federation thing to get on the
Federation rank so you can go to Sol.
Yeah.
So basically the way it would work is whenever you take missions from a space station, they have icons next to it. It'll either be blank or Federation, Empire, or Allegiance. Or Alliance, rather. Once you take missions for it, if you look over to the right-hand comm panel, you can't see that now, but I'm pulling it up on the stream. Once you pull up the right-hand comm panel, there should be an option for... Ooh, they changed this. Hold on. I'm trying to remember where they put this now.
It should be...
Oh, is it Galactic Powers? No. There used to be an option to see it.
Galactic...
It's not. That's not what it is. They've moved it. There's something like faction. Ah, there it is. So it's underneath status, and the second thing down is reputation with superpowers. So on my screen, Federation and Empire have two ranks, but Alliance only has 1 because there's no like high ranking in the Alliance yet. But basically the way it'll work is you have the first bars and you fill them up. The faster you fill those up, the more experience you get. So right now I'm 75% friendly, and that's kind of like the default. You can always go higher, but if you don't do anything for them for a while, it goes back down to 75. That'll slowly fill up. And then your bottom bars will slowly fill up as you do ranks for them. Once your bottom bar fills up and your top bar is filled up, kind of like you can see how my Empire rank is 100% to Prince, but I'm 75% friendly. So even though I'm 100% ranked out to Prince, if I got friendly all the way up to 100%, then there is a chance when I take missions to get a Navy level up mission. Then you have to do said mission, and then it'll give you a rank. And then you do that grind again.
Okay. So with my Federation, I am 1% neutral.
Yes. So you need to get
my
that...
rank is none, and I'm at 18%. So I just have to do stuff for them?
So you need to get that top bar up to 100 to get more XP quicker, and then that bottom bar has to go to 100% while that top one is at 100%, for you to get a chance of a mission to spawn. That will be like Navy progression mission. You do that, you get 1 level up in the Navy. And you'll have to do that 4 times, I believe, before you get Sol system.
Okay. Cause I was trying to go somewhere. It was one of the courier missions, and it was like, you don't have the required
permit.
Like, yeah, permit to travel here, and I was like, huh?
Yep.
That'd be cool to go to Earth, though.
Yeah, you can't like land on it yet, but
Are they like trying to model it to where there's like actual stuff on it?
well, I mean, I don't know. Probably not. They'll probably still be locked.
Okay.
I know eventually they want to add atmospheric landings, and I think that's coming in 2021 or 2022 sometime. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you go there, you can see everything. It's really cool because Mars almost looks the same as Earth because it's terraformed.
Yeah, see, I was curious about that, like how they would shape our system based on like the timeline that we're in, I guess.
Yep, because it's year 3306.
Yeah, and it's like you always see like pictures on their like page on Steam or whatever, of, like these giant cities and everything, and you're like, I want to see those.
Yeah. Now there are certain like moons that have space stations and stuff on them that are pretty big, and you can drive around and stuff. But there's not like full-on sprawling cities yet.
Yeah, I've gone to like a couple of the like planetary set stations, or
like the outposts.
Yeah, the outposts.
Have you gone into any big ones that have like 100 landing pads yet? There's some of them. They're usually shaped in a circle instead of like a square. But when you see one of them, you'll know. They've usually got a giant spire in the middle.
That's cool.
All right, we're about 50 seconds out.
It's not bad. Yeah, so I'm like supposed to be off all this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Your mic just went really quiet again. I can barely hear you.
Oh, I moved it by accident. Yeah, I'm supposed to be off all this week, but I never know.
That's true. They could just call you and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, like I still have to like text someone in the morning. That way they know I'm alive. That's about it. But yeah.
Like I'm up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like last week they had me painting a wall.
Nice.
Just one wall, and then I cleaned out like a Chiefs mess. It's like where they get to eat their lunch away from all of us. Yeah. I had to clean that out because we were gonna paint the floor with like garage floor paint, and then they just decided to go out and like source carpet.
Fair.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, now I don't have to install carpet because they're gonna do that this week. And I was like, cool. But I was kind of upset because they were like, yeah, you can come in Thursday and Friday in your civilian clothes. That way you don't get like paint on your uniform. And I was like, sweet. And then I never got to do it.
Yeah, because they said, hey, JK.
Yeah, so basically just sitting in the office doing nothing.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah. I just think it's been funny. I've been like in longer than a year, and I still haven't done much.
Yep. Alright, we're coming up on the first planet that we're going to orbit.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I think I can get this one in 4. I guess it depends. Does it depend on how big the planet is, or?
Yeah, so the bigger it is, so it's determined on mass. Some of the really small, like moons, will only take like 1.
Understandable.
And then you get some of the class 5 or 6 gas giants, and they're like, cool, you have to hit 42.
Oh my.
Yeah. So it all depends on mass and size. Your probes, I have mine engineered so they do a larger radius, so it's a lot easier to hit the efficiency bonus, because normally it's pretty difficult.
Is that in like internal components on your ship? Is that like one of those, or is it like an external hardpoint?
It's not an external, it's an optional.
Okay.
Alright, we are entering orbit, so you should be good to go.
Yep, entering the mode.
Also, move your mic a tiny little bit away because I keep getting air on it again.
Okay.
Are you sick of flying alone? Do you find yourself talking to your Bob company?
6 probes for the efficiency.
Peanuts on your trade runs? Do you want purpose in space? Join the Radio Sidewinder crew today, a cosmopolitan group formed to promote great tunes, entertain, and help commanders. We are an independent, democratic.
Oh wow, that just did like half the planet with one
radio
probe.
station, guiding and entertaining pilots across the universe. Join the Radio Sidewinder crew, just like Commander Wolf did. We fly together, we trade together, we mine together, we explore together, we fight together, we conquer together.
Surface scanned by 50%.
RadioSidewinder.com.
Join it. Join it again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best shot, but it'll do. That should get it right there. Maybe.
Mapping is now finished. Efficiency bonus granted.
Nice.
Planet C5 is a medium gravity terraformable high metal content world. Most prevalent in the very thin atmosphere is sulfur dioxide with an average surface temperature of 272 Kelvin.
Alright.
Body C4, C6, C7, and C7 are also
So now
recommended
if you go
candidates for mapping.
into the solar system map, and I'm in the orbital. We're at Charlie. Which one was that?
That was C5, I believe.
It still shows like wire mesh.
If you zoom all the way in.
Yeah. Looking at it now. It still says I can't get a planetary map of it.
I'll take a look.
But it might just be because of my crew status, maybe?
C5. Oh, so you're not going to be able to get like a full planetary map unless it's a landable planet.
Oh, okay.
Since it's not a landable planet, you are not going to get one for that. Don't worry, the last thing I'll have you map is a landable planet. So that'll be a good example. But we're coming up on the next one here soon that I'm going to have you map. So far, you've mapped 1 out of 5 things here. It's kind of fun having you map and me fly.
What would telepresence be?
Telepresence?
Yeah.
Telepresence is where like you go into the fighter and you teleport your body. Kind of like what you're doing now. You're telepresencing your body into my ship since you're not actually here.
Okay, because it says like telepresence active. It's just like when I'm outside view.
Oh, so that's kind of like your eyes seeing outside.
Okay, that's cool.
It's explaining why you can see what you can see. Alright, we're coming into number 4.
Does this one have a moon?
Yeah, but we're not mapping the moon for this one.
Okay. I was just wondering what that little thing was.
Yep, that's a moon. That's no moon. This one's pretty.
It is a nice color.
That looks like a marble.
Six probes for this one as well. Let's see if I can do it in 3. I think I can do it in 3. Basically, just put one at one pole and one at the other.
Usually what I do is if we're coming in is I shoot one like top pole, left pole, and then I shoot one like around the back to the left and one straight to center.
Oh yeah. And I should. Yeah, I'm gonna throw her around town. Hopefully they don't get it.
You also have to remember which way we're traveling and the gravity.
Come on. Oh, almost.
What is it at?
85.
Ah, you close. Yeah, fire that one down. That's what I was gonna say. There you go. That's nice.
Map is now complete.
There you go.
Efficiency bonus awarded. Planet C4 is a medium gravity terraformable high metal content world. The dense atmosphere is composed primarily of carbon dioxide with an average surface temperature of 689 Kelvin. Body C6, C7, and C7
So like,
are
how
also
can
good
the
candidates to
system
map.
be an anarchy if there's like really nothing here?
Well, the reason it's an anarchy is because there is nothing here, so there's nobody here to establish.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Alright. We're going to C6, and then after this next one, we only have 2 more, so we got 3 more total.
Sweet.
And then we'll head to the dock to turn it in. Hello, 19 peeps watching. How you doing?
Oh, you're up to 19 now?
Mm-hmm. It fluctuates as we go.
Oh, see, I just saw 24.
I like the way you have a number 2, because you forgot your first one.
No, I never had a first one. Like, someone else just had it.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Thanks for the follow, friend.
Well, you're welcome. I thought I followed you, but I guess I didn't. I wonder how far behind I am with a stream, and
It's usually only a 2 or 3 second delay. Like, here's an example, right? I'm opening my galaxy map now.
okay. Yeah, it's like a 3 to 4 second behind.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. What am I locked onto? What did I accidentally lock onto? What am I trying to fly to again? We've already done C4 and C5. This is C6 we're supposed to be heading towards. There we go. Blue throttle and blue zone. I had it in blue zone. Open, we're going too
C6?
fast. Oh gosh. We're fine by it. My throttle, the only problem is since I greased it, it tends to like slip. So it was like in the blue zone so it could hold the orbit.
Yeah.
But then it lost it.
How do you know if a planet is terraformed?
The apps that I have.
Oh, okay. Oh, C6 has already been mapped.
Has it been mapped already?
Yeah.
Not by us though, yeah?
No, not by us. It was by Mr.
Okay.
Combine.
We're still gonna map it though. Because even though it won't get us like a first mapped bonus, since it's terraformable, we'll still get something like 300,000 to 400,000 credits for it.
Wow.
And that's a not great planet. I'm gonna see if I can find the mapped and stuff for you while you map it.
Can I do this in like the system that I'm in now? Still get credits for it?
Yeah, you just have to have it outfitted on your ship.
Okay. What's the unit cost, I guess?
What do you mean?
Like a mapping unit.
Oh, it's called the surface scanner or whatever. You have to look it up. I think it's like...
Oh, that's not bad. I already saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. I like saw it and I was like, I don't need that.
I'm gonna send you a link to an image. But this is the prices of things you can get.
Surface scan by 50%.
50%.
Come on, baby. Far enough.
So what is this? This is a water world? Or is it a metal rich? Let me see here. Let's see here. Which one is this? So this is a water world. So a water world, terraformable. If we were going to be the first ones to discover it and everything, we would have got 3.3 million.
Whoa.
Since we're not going to be first discovery, but we're going to discover it and everything, we'll get 1.1 million for this.
Gravity terraformable water world. I am detecting high levels of active silicate magma flows near the surface.
Oh yeah, we'll get 1.1. Now, if it wasn't terraformable, we'd only get 415,000.
C7 and C7 are also recommended mapping candidates.
But the thing is, you're only going to get a percentage of this.
Yeah.
It depends on your exploration rank. So what's your exploration rank?
Nothing.
Okay, so you'll probably get 1 to 2%.
Exploration rank, hold on. Pretty sure it's nothing.
It's probably going to be like aimless or mostly aimless or something like that.
Where do I even see that?
It's going to be on your right-hand panel. Like when I first go to my right-hand panel underneath home, it says like dangerous 26%, trade a link 100.
Yeah, I'm at 0% for Explorer because I've never done this before.
Fair. So yeah, you've never used out the category for turning in the exploration data, which is like the cartographics.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought that was like buying maps, and so I never went into it.
So that's how you increase your explorer rank. But
What
you'll
is
get a
CQC?
That's like close quarters combat.
Oh.
That's how you can queue up for like basically fighter combat.
No, thank you. Not with a controller.
Yeah, most people use controller or HOTAS. But a terraformable water world is the second most highest paying out thing that you discover. The first highest, oop, we're gonna fly by it. I wasn't paying attention. The first highest is gonna be an Earth-like world, but only by a tiny little bit more. So if you were to do a first discovery like nobody's ever found it before, it's a first discovery plus a FSS scan plus a DSS digital, like the actual discovery scanner from the mapping, you would get 3.229 million. On an Earth-like, it's 3.249, so it's only a tiny bit more.
Yeah.
We're gonna map this, and then we'll map this one's moon.
Oh, cool. Is this one of the ones that you can land on?
This one isn't, but its moon is.
So it's gonna show up differently?
This one won't. When you map the moon, it'll look exactly the same. It's just gonna use a lot less probes. But on the map, when you actually go plug it in, you can get in real close. Alright, while you do this, I'll be right back.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Map is complete. Efficiency bonus granted. Planet C7 is a medium gravity terraformable high metal content world. Sensors detect active iron subsurface magma flows. The very thick atmosphere is composed mostly of nitrogen with an average surface temperature of 219 Kelvin. Body C7 is also a good candidate to map.
You got it mapped?
Yeah, there's like this thing that's around the planet that looks like a, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah?
Like an anomaly.
What does it look like?
It's glowing and it's like wavy.
Are you sure that's not a nebula?
Could it be like our wake?
I'm not sure. I don't see it, so I'm not sure what it is.
It's like directly behind us.
I don't see anything behind us other than the blue planet. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at. Alright, we're gonna map this last one, and then it's getting late, and we'll go head into port. I get up at 5:45 and do this every morning.
Oh, wow.
From 6 to 8. I stream it. This one should be much easier to take care of.
I have to do it within 6 probes.
Oh, maybe. It's not going to be easy to take care of. Oh, this one isn't landable, actually. JK. Oh, because it's terraformable. That makes sense. A lot of time terraformables aren't. What's really cool is when you find a landable body that has a ring around it. Those are really cool.
Oh, because then you can land and then look at the ring?
Mm-hmm. And get some really cool pictures.
Mapping is finished.
Well, that was
Efficiency bonus granted. Moon C7 is a low-gravity terraformable rocky body.
Happy with that.
Most prevalent in the super-thin atmosphere is carbon dioxide with an average surface temperature of 235 Kelvin. You have mapped all interesting bodies.
Alright. We've only got 3 more jumps.
Alright.
So we're going to go head towards this nebula now and go turn them in.
Frameshift drive charging.
See how much money we make. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm sitting on 3.35 bill.
Stellar Serpents is traveling to the Thor's helmet sector MN-PC3-3 system. This is your first visit to the system. Current location is over 3,500 light years.
You have
from
literally
Hong
1%.
337,000.
Yeah, you have literally 1% of what I have.
2 jumps until arrival.
Fun times.
But hey, that's how this game starts.
Star A is notable, with higher than average density. As you can see, it emits a yellow-orange light. Fuel at maximum.
We're heading towards Thor's helmet.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Stellar Serpents is in transit to the Thor's helmet sector JH-BC3-1 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are now over 3,500 light years from home.
3,500 light years from home.
You have 1 jump left.
1 more jump. You should be able to see Thor's helmet from here.
Relative to similar class K stars, with higher than average density.
See it in front of us?
As you can see, it emits a yellow-orange light.
I just see stars.
Do you see that purple?
Oh, yeah.
That's Thor's helmet. That's the nebula we're heading to.
Oh, okay.
We're actually heading to a system right outside of it that actually has a space station. And then
It does kind of look like Thor's helmet.
And then the one over to the right, the reddish one, is the Seagull Nebula.
Seagull?
Mm-hmm.
Destination confirmed. Stellar Serpents is in transit to the Thor's helmet sector of the-MC1-5 system. Information.
Fly inside
Arrival
of
star
the
is not
nebula, does it
suitable.
look different?
You are entering independent space.
Depends on how bright it is,
This
but
your
yeah.
first visit to
Instead
the
of a
system.
black outline with stars, you
Course
usually have
helmet
like a color.
LP-XC1-5 is
That's how
open
people
and
get some really
anarchy
cool
supporting
screenshots.
2,000 souls. Invisible Slayers is the controlling faction. There is a single orbital station in the system. You are now over 3,500 light years from home. Information. The
Okay.
Invisible Slayers is experiencing civil unrest. This T-Tauri star is uncommon and notable, with higher than average surface
We have to be
temperature.
careful. They are experiencing civil unrest here.
At the space station?
In this system.
Oh, mine's telling me anarchy.
Yeah, civil unrest.
Okay.
Because there's actual, like, players and stuff here.
Oh, just like, because you can be like a bandit if you wanted to, right?
Oh, 100%. I've done that for a while. I was like an actual pirate, and I pirated real people.
Oh.
That's actually why they incorporated, like, the beginner systems now, because they used to take, like, a big ship. Well, not too big. It would be like a Diamondback or something, and I would go into, like, spaces where people are doing, like, their first trucking mission, and I would super cruise pull them out, and basically be like, give me your cargo, or else I'll blow you up. And they would never give me their cargo, so instead of blowing them up, I would disable their engines so they couldn't move. And I was like, you should have told me. And I just take their stuff and leave them there till they blow themselves up.
Huh. Yeah, see, that's what I'm like always slightly worried about, because like some of them they're like, oh, like you're gonna be shown as like having like decent cargo, whatever, with like some of the cargo missions. Because I only take like a cargo mission if I'm get, like
Most of the time, like, probably none of the
high
chance
amount.
you're going to get a player coming after you. You're going to get probably just NPCs who try to interdict you. Players are never going to come after other players for cargo unless they just want to mess with them.
Okay. So I haven't really had to deal with that yet, because I don't have very good hard points on my ship. So.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not
try to
very
fight
well versed.
interdictions. Just remember, whenever you fight an interdiction, you want to put the throttle into the blue section.
Yeah.
Planet 1 is notable, with an unusually low radius of well over 17,000 kilometers.
Alright, we're coming into the space station. It's actually in a ring, I think. Yeah, it's an asteroid space station. I don't know if you've seen any of those yet.
Asteroid space station?
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's in the asteroid?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been to one.
Well, you're about to see one here. Doesn't look like it's in a ring, though, so that's kind of weird. Oh, I just saw a ship fly into the gas giant. Well, sucks to be them.
Good luck, buddy.
Look at that chocolate.
Yummy. It's like a planet full of chalky milk.
Chalky milky.
Oh wow, there's a lot of ships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're couriers.
Yeah. You also have to remember that this is like one of the only inhabited systems, like, in this area.
So it's gonna be kind of heavily populated.
Yep.
Oh, Vulture. Chicken Sea. That's another player.
Where?
Should be right to the right, right? It's Chicken Sea.
No, it would have had a hollow.
Space close to asteroid base.
A hollow square instead of a full one. If it was a full one, then it's a NPC. Here comes my pro landing skills. Landing pad 20, you say?
Yeah, I just have mine on auto dock.
One of those people. You need to eventually learn how to dock.
Well, you see, I'm using a controller, so it's not the easiest.
Fair.
So I just kind of let it do it.
You'll eventually learn. You need to.
Like, I've done it a couple of times, I don't mind doing it, but...
Like, some stations you can't auto dock in. Plus, look at this. Like, that wasn't too hard, right?
Docking complete.
We're gonna fill up on fuel.
Stellae Serpents is now at maximum fuel capacity.
Alright, let's see here. Universal cartographics. You ready?
Yeah.
It just says stand by, it's calculating everything. Alright, selling the first page for 11 million.
Not carrying any limpets.
Whoa.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold for just over 10 million credits, including a bonus of 38,000 credits.
Let's see
for
here. First to discover a bunch. Nice. That give me an extra 10 mil. Okay, then selling the next page for 9 million.
How many pages do you have?
I don't know. It only holds like a certain amount per page, so we'll find out.
Exploration data for 49 systems sold for nearly 8.5 million credits, including a bonus of 32,000 credits for first discoveries.
Oh, you'll get that.
Exploration data for 15 systems sold for over 4 million credits, including a bonus of 10,000 credits for first discoveries.
Music to work?
What do you mean?
Like if you go to your right side panel, you go over to the side, and it says like GalNet entries or something.
Yeah.
How do you?
Oh, so that's GalNet. There isn't like, so if you go to the very first page where it says home,
yeah,
and there's a thing that says GalNet news. You click on that, and you can go through, and it'll read you the news. But there isn't any news recently because I haven't had any.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, there we go. We should have sold that. Let me see if there's anything else we can do here. Oh wow, they have a black market. They have legal facilities. They've got everything here. Combat bonds, authority contract, black market. Do they have any missions? Oh, they do have missions. They have... Oh, their only missions are to donate money.
How nice.
That's it.
I guess donating probably gets you like instant reputation, right?
It does, but they don't have reputation dedicated to a certain power, so there's no point.
Oh, no.
So. Alright. If we want to end multi-crew, we can figure out how much you get. So I'm going to do that real quick. Disband crew. Boop.
Officer has left your crew.
Wow.
And if we view report, total profits.
I got nothing.
0. Why? Oh, the things it worries about. Combat. That's it.
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Well,
claims.
you probably got some explorer reputation then, at least, hopefully.
I would hope so. Let's see. I'll get into my game. I'll see what it looks like. Nope.
Nothing?
No.
That's kind of annoying.
Wait, what was I doing?
From the daily dangers and monotony of space travel.
I'm in the middle of a...
Come enjoy the relaxing atmosphere of our fully staffed health spa, where expertly trained attendants will cater to your every need and desire. Is your appetite and need satisfied? Our lovely lounges and restaurants have all that you desire. Rare luxuries such as Labian brandy and Saxon wine are available. Or perhaps you simply wish to enjoy our signature Witch Hall Kobe beefsteaks.
Whoa.
Looking for a more serious escape? We now stock all 4 strains of onion head for those who want to explore the galaxy.
I did something weird to my map and it's showing trade routes, I think.
Possibly.
We have several luxury tourist cruises that depart and arrive daily.
Bunch of weird lines.
Oh, the blue lines?
Blue, red, green.
Oh, yeah, it's probably trade routes.
Disengaged from local networks. Reminder, you have a limpet controller but are not carrying any limpets.
Let's see here, I'm going to get out of this landing pad and then see if I can take a picture. Oh gosh.
embraces a black moon ring. They're idolized.
I did just find out that I could also
They are living legends.
plot route.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So that way you're not doing like a single.
Yeah, like so I'm not just like aimlessly like I was like jumping and then like I'll just like root it in my head and then, would go. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. I'm like, oh, this makes it so much easier now.
Yeah, it'll help a lot.
I'll just like jump somewhere and then I'll fuel scoop and then
Jump in progress. Stellai Serpents is heading to the ALS-299 system. This is your first visit to the system. This system is not populated. You are over 3,500 light years from home.
Kind of sucks you didn't get any money. Oh well.
at least now I know like
Stellai Serpents fuel tanks now at maximum, Commander.
At least I know I can like sell this stuff now.
Yeah.
Fuel at maximum. This star is uncommon and exceptional, with an unusually old age of just over 864 million years, an incredibly high surface temperature of just over 32,000 Kelvin and high brilliance. As you can see, it emits a blue-white light. Brown Dwarf 7 is uncommon and notable, with a metal-rich ring.
Oh, there's some people's
Brown Dwarf 2 is
carriers
uncommon
out
and
here.
notable,
Fleet
with a metallic
carriers.
ring.
Oh. Are those like even bigger than the other ones?
Oh no, I've never seen one. I'm gonna go park at one. No departure planned. Commander Heavy Johnson and Fleet Comm. Ooh, it's part of Fleet Comm. Well, they're both part of Fleet Comm. Sweet. It looks like Fleet Comm's putting up like Fleet Comm is one of the big groups that does stuff with like actual lore and stuff in the game.
Okay.
And it looks like they're putting like carriers in every single nebula.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm gonna go dock at it.
I was like, can you just like dock at it?
Yeah. This one's called the Explorer's Bar and Grill.
That's cool that they do that.
I'm actually gonna pull up the information real quick so I can take a screenshot so I can mention that on the Twitter later.
Left Super Cruise close to star ALS-299.
Never actually docked at a fleet carrier, so this will be a first.
We welcome your business as a carrier, Commander. Please enjoy your stay with us.
Landing pad 9 ready.
Permission granted. Please approach your designated landing pad in good time.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
What services do they offer?
That's fancy.
Landing complete. Hangar crew is ready. Greetings, Commander. We are glad to have you.
I offer this. Oops, sell page.
Exploration data for 2 systems sold for over 56,500 credits, including a bonus of 0 credits for first discoveries.
So let's see here. Outfitting livery. Advanced maintenance. Carrier overview.
Reminder, you have a limpet controller but are not carrying any limpets.
Interesting. I don't have any tritium to drop off. Interesting. Alright, Matt, it's been fun. I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay.
Have fun, buddy. Look at all the links I sent you and whatnot, too.
Yeah, I'll take a look at them. I'll probably hook up my my other monitor, and then that way I can look at all that stuff while I go.
It's not a bad idea. Alright, good night, buddy.
Get both those apps going. Alright, good night.
Alright, peeps, and hopefully you enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're docked at the Explorer's Bar and Grill. Until next time, to the Seagull Nebula, we'll see you then. Have a good one, guys.